Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I have a little bit of a different video for you guys today. I have always been a big planner person, like Erin Condren's and A5 size planners, personal planners, bullet journals, stickers, washi tape, stamps, all of it. I've kind of moved on to digital planners, and so I actually designed my own reading journal for 2022, and I thought it would be fun to share with you guys. So let's just jump into the planner and see what we have going on. So this is the cover, and it says, "A day without reading is like a night without stars." So the reading journal is kind of a star theme for this year. And then if you go to the next page, it's our table of contents. And I was having a little bit of fun with naming things. Well, I have so many books, too little time, and that is my library. I have Do You Even Read? Those are things related to my reading, like my bookshelves and my DNFs. Then I have Girl Finish Those Series. This is where I track all the things about my series. I have What's the Point of a Great Quote If No One Reads It? And that's where I put all of my favorite quotes from books that I'm reading. Then I have LOL, I'm an Influencer. That's where I put all my stuff for BookTube and Bookstagram. What's Reading Without a Little Stress? Any type of reading challenges or readathons that I'm gonna be doing in the year will go in this section. Then I have Hit Those Targets, baby. Those are goals, because what is reading without the pressure to achieve goals? So let's get into what each of these sections look like. So going to my library, I have my physical TBR, my Kindle TBR ARCs, recommended section, and anticipated releases. Click on that. This is my physical TBR. This is not every book that I own, because as you well know, I own over 100 books. So this is just a few of them. I just want to give you guys a little look at what it kind of looks like, and then it keeps going. I haven't input all of my books that I own this year because there are so many, and it's a little tedious if I'm going to be honest. Going back to library, we have my Kindle TBR. These are all the books that I have currently on my Kindle, whether that's from Kindle Unlimited or things that I have bought. I just want to keep track of what I have on there, because sometimes I forget that I have books that are waiting to be read on my Kindle, and I do want to keep using my Kindle more. So just like to keep track of what I have on it. In the ARCs section, I have any ARCs that I have received, the release date for them, the title, the author, and this is just where I reviewed them. BookTube, Instagram, Goodreads, NetGalley, Storygraph, just so that I know where I have reviewed them. I do want to get much better at reviewing the ARCs that I have, because not so great at that. In my recommended section, these are books that are specifically recommended to me, that I didn't just get from somebody's video, but that somebody told me specifically, hey, I think you would like this. And so that's what this is. They have the title, the author, who it was recommended by, and where they recommended it to me, like whether it was on Instagram or in a YouTube comment or something, just so that I know. Making my way to anticipated releases. This is where I put all of the anticipated releases that I have for the year. I'm still making my way through creating this list. These were just some that I had input from a couple of weeks ago when I was first setting this all up, just so I could like get a look at it. But there's definitely more that will be on this list, because there are some really good things coming out this year that I'm excited to get to. Then I have my reading section, and this is where I keep my bookshelf and my DNFs. So for my bookshelf, this is what it looks like. I put a picture of the book cover in each of these spaces, and then when I click on them, these are all things that I anticipate getting into this month, but when I click on it, it takes me to the review page for it. So I have a little picture of the book there, the title, the author, what format the book is in, when I started, finished, how many pages and hours. Sometimes I read books solely just like in book form, or sometimes I'll just listen to the audiobook, but sometimes I might do like a hybrid version. So I'd like to know how many pages and hours, just to keep track. I think I want to do a little bit better at keeping track of these stats. I'm also noting whether it's fiction or nonfiction, what the genre or topic is, who recommended it to me if somebody did. Also in this section, I may be writing who I did a buddy read with just because I forgot to put it somewhere else. Over in this section, I have the call pile system to figure out my rating for the book. And I know that there are only 5 stars, but I just kind of double up. There wasn't enough space for 10 stars, so there's that. Then I write who the characters in the book are, whether this came from my physical TBR, because as you know, I'm trying to decrease my physical TBR, whether it was an arc, the year it was published. I'm doing the book in 3 words or phrases, and then my favorite parts of the book. And if I go to the next page, this is where I can write bullet points or full-on sentences for a review so that I have notes for later when I'm making videos or when I'm writing reviews. Heading back, there's this section for DNFs because I need to keep track of that. I want to know when I started it, when I ended it, and if I was to give it a rating, what it would be. I'm gonna guess most of these will be 1s or 2s because why would I DNF them otherwise? Then we go to my series tracker. This is where I'm keeping track of all the series that I'm currently reading. This is the series name, the author, when I started it, and hopefully these will get filled out, some of these this year, about when I finish it. And then I put over on this section how many volumes or books are in that series. And anything that's like scratched out are books that I've read already, and anything that's highlighted are things that are not published yet. The only series that's not in this list, and there's like another page, but the only series is A Song of Ice and Fire because I finished it, and even though we're anticipating a 6th book, I cannot put that on here. Just like in good faith, I cannot. So it's not. I have the series that I want to read. It's probably a little too small for you guys to see, but these are all of the series that I want to finish this year. These are series that I'm in the middle of, but I want to continue. And these are series that I want to start. I have a video coming very soon about all of these, so stay tuned. This is my quote section where I put quotes from books that I'm really liking or things that I just want to remember, and at the bottom of each one is a different quote about quotes. Like this one says, quotation is the highest compliment you can pay to an author. Life itself is a quotation. To be amused at what you read, that is the great spring of quotation. A few simple words can change your life. They may motivate, inspire, and instill confidence in a person. And these are all the quote pages that I have, and I'll just keep, making more if I need more pages. Going to my BookTube and Bookstagram section, this is my bookends. This is what I use for my series bookends, where every quarter I write down the books that I read from my physical TBR, and books that I may have received or bought on this section, and I try to like balance it out at the end of every quarter. And so I have them for each quarter. Then I get to my monthly TBR stats and videos page, and each one of these is a month of 2022, and when I click on it, it takes me to a little page. I drew this shitty little snowman for my January cover page. He's a cute, shitty little snowman though. Then we get to my January TBR and stats page. This is what I'm reading this month or plan on reading this month. As I go through the month, I'll continue adding it. These are any readathons or buddy reads that I'm doing this month. I have 2. I'm reading Thunderhead and Jade War with Ray. This section is for borrowed books. That's books that I get from the library, either in audio form or physical books or ebooks, just because I want to keep track of like how much I'm borrowing from the library. Then I'm keeping track of how many books from my physical TBR I read, how many arcs I read, the number of pages total that I read, the number of hours total that I read, how many of each format of books, and the genres that I read that month. And I kind of have a social media planner for YouTube and Instagram if I want to put things on there. Then I have this calendar where I have my filming, uploading, and editing schedule because I am a planner person. So I need to know when I plan on filming things or uploading and when I plan on editing. Those are important. I have each of the little icons down below. I have this area for my brain dump where I just throw ideas down for videos in that month. I have this important section for things that I need to remember that either need to go into videos or that I need to like pick up or something. And then I just have a general notes section. Continuing with in the YouTube vein, I have this layout for ideas for my videos for the month, and then obviously if I have more than 4 videos in a month, I will just make another page for it. But these are just the general idea for the videos and what part of the process that they are in, whether they're planned, scripted, recorded, edited, published, just so I know. Then this is the detailed video page where I have the specific videos, any talking points that I want to make, a script if I need one, kind of a checklist of things that I may need to include if I wanted to like put graphics or something in there, notes, all of that good fun stuff goes on this page. Then I have this blank page, and that is actually because it is February's cover page, and I just keep it blank in case I feel like I'm in the mood to draw something or I want to put something there. And then I just click that little calendar button at the top and it brings me back to my monthly TBR and stats page. Also in this section are video ideas that I have that I may want to do throughout the year, and hopefully you'll see some of these. We'll see. But for now, they are a secret and they just live solely on this page and in my brain. For this page, this is where I will put things like readathons that I'm partaking in and the reading prompts and what I'll read for them. I currently don't have anything here because I don't know. I'm not currently participating in any readathons. But I will be participating in the Game of Tomes readathon. That'll be in March, so that'll be there. And then if I participate in anything else, obviously I'll put those there too. I actually need to fill this in with my presidential biographies challenge that I'm doing for myself. I wanted to read all of the presidents, so I'm currently up to James Monroe, and so I just want to fill that in with the presidents that I've read this year. And then because I like to stress myself out, I've got some reading goals here. These are not all of my reading goals. I still need to like flesh some of my ideas out, but the main one is to read 90 books this year. I definitely want to get my own TBR down to 90. That should be doable. I also said it was possible to get down to less than 100 last year, and did I do it? Absolutely not. But I definitely want to get through 2 presidential biographies, read 12 nonfiction books, that's 1 nonfiction book a month, and complete 5 series. So I'm hoping to get all of these done. I have a few more goals that I think I want to do, but I just need to flesh them out a little bit. And this is my reading journal for the year. I'm hoping that I really use it for the whole year because I'm good for using a journal for like half of a year and then abandoning it. And we don't want that this year. So I'm hoping to use this. Are you guys using reading journals this year or tracking your reading in some way? Let me know down in the comments below. Thanks for joining me for this flip through, and until next time, bye!